The year of the outdoor shower. Living so close to the beach, I've been wanting an outdoor shower since we've moved in. This project took some hard labor and about 2 weekends to complete, but I'm so happy with the outcome. Here's a video sharing the process from start to finish. After figuring out where we wanted our shower to go, I laid out my pavers and measured where my posts were going to go. Then I marked the areas with spray paint so I knew where to start digging. This is where the hard labor started. Each post needed to be sunk 3 feet. This depth may vary on where you live, but out here the number to hit was 36 inches. Luckily for me, I had some help, and we all took turns digging. Now, you can certainly rent a post hole digger to make the process go quicker and easier, but I unfortunately possess the "how hard can it be" gene and decided to dig them by hand. On your post hole digger, there's these handy dandy numbers that will tell you how deep you're digging. Once you've reached your desired depth, you're going to tamp your dirt down and add a base layer of gravel. The gravel we used was just all-purpose gravel, and it can be found at all of your major home stores. Once your gravel is tamped down, place your post in the hole and measure from the top of the post to the top of your hole. You want to make sure that all of your posts are roughly sitting at the same height. Next up is the Quikrete. You're going to use a garden hose to put some water in your hole. While my husband was pouring the Quikrete in the hole, I was stabilizing the pole using a hand level to make sure it was standing straight and not leaning to one side or another. The Quikrete sets fairly fast, so be prepared for this step as you only have a minute or two to adjust. We used about 1.5 to 2 bags per hole. Before setting our next post, we laid out our pavers again to recheck our spacing. We also used a string line to ensure our posts were lining up correctly. Next, we dug out our base a few inches to lay out a layer of paver base and gravel. We extended our rock outside of our base edges to allow for proper drainage. When placing our large pavers down, we placed them at a slight slope away from the house so water could run away from the house and not to it. Hope this helps you get started on your outdoor shower. Follow along for video 2 for the finished product. Part 2 of the outdoor shower build. After figuring out how much lumber I needed, I ordered it and had it delivered. I ordered it rough because I have the tools to mill it, but you can certainly purchase it pre-milled. It was about half the cost to mill it myself. I also helped a neighbor build their shower, so this is actually 2 showers worth of lumber. I started by cutting my boards to length. I had to cut 15 boards for each side of this shower. Before I cut all the boards, I cut 1 board for each side, and then took it outside and lined it up where it was supposed to be. Once I knew my first cuts were accurate, I proceeded to cut all 64 boards to length. I took the time to plane and join all of my boards just because I wanted my shower to look smooth and pretty. After the mill process was complete, I took each board and ran it through my table saw to make sure all the boards were exactly the same width. Aesthetically, I thought it would look better if all of them were exactly the same. Next step was the fun part. Mounting the boards to the shower post was actually the easiest process to do. I marked 12 inches from the top of each post and attached my first board. I used a level to ensure I was mounting it evenly. I also pre-drilled my screw holes in my boards to make it easier to install and to avoid splitting the wood. I worked my way down from top to bottom using a scrap piece of 1/4 inch MDF to get even and consistent spacing between the boards. I continued to do this on each side of the shower. I left about 1 foot between the bottom board and the ground. Lastly, I put up my top border. Same as all the other boards, pre-drilling and popping them in. I plan to add some cross rails across the top eventually, but that's for another day. After the shower was all built, I let my kiddos decorate the tiles. It is finished. We have literally used this shower every day. It is super spacious. There's enough room to shower, dry off, and change. I love it. I hope this inspires you and provides a little guidance for you to build your own outdoor shower. Please check out my website at herwoodcraft.com for specific build plans. Happy summer!